GVN gang, welcome back. I know that I've been gone for another 10 months and for good reason. I got married, I bought a new house as you can see, different surroundings to the last vlog, and I was on a 3-month holiday, so there's a couple of months for you as well to chuck in there. So it's been hectic for me, but I'm back making music, doing what I love, and I've got my own space to do it now, so I'm really excited. A Great Chaos came out not long ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I've messed with the sounds ever since. I mean, Filthy kills every beat that is on, and everybody else on there. Shout out to Lucrative, all those guys, Neela World, if I said that correctly, are killing it. So made this beat for King Carson, just sort of like a wacky beat that I really liked when I made. So I'll take you through my process and what I did, and I'll show you a bit of the intro to the beat now. My camera is not cooperating. Basically, what I've got here is 4 serum banks and then a bell that's in reverse. I'll explain it more afterwards. I can't actually find the bank where it comes from, but I apologize for that, but I'll explain it all and just play it by itself and you will just hear it's a normal bell. I'll go through each of those sounds now and we'll get right to it. The first sound, synth vamp stand up. It's on the Urban Sunboy kit. Go check him out. He's really good. Has fire sounds for all these artists. So shout out Sunboy. I've got a couple of your kits. So this is a synth vamp stand up. It's very basic. We've got the C sharp and then we've got the D. It repeats. They're very repetitive melodies. These types of beats, so that's what I've gone for here. And pretty much I've just gone an octave up and then an octave up on here as well. So nothing crazy. Don't go insane on the melodies because I've realized that that doesn't work. You want it something simple so the artist can rap on it. So this is what this sounds like just by itself. The next sound I have is lead back gang from the same kit. So I'm not going to go over them all, but yeah, so lead, back gang, same kit, same root notes, so C sharp and D, and then we just go up an octave, and then we have these notes that sort of clash with each other, so F and G, and I've added some effects to this, so I've added effectrix, I believe, yeah, so I've got effectrix and just, I've got fruity equalizer just to get rid of the lows because we don't want too much of that going on, but bit of a wacky effectrix. I don't really use it too much, but for these melodies I really wanted to because it needs to be a little bit trippy, and you'll notice that there's 2 melodies that are on the same channel that relate to this melody. So this is what the melody sounds like with the effects. So it just adds a bit of trippiness, and that's what you want. You just want it to, I don't know, take you out of space a little bit. So that's what I've done here, and this is what it sounds like without the effects on it. Still good, but I think with that extra effect, it just makes it, yeah, a little bit different as opposed to just straight sounds, just sort of like being very sharp and synthy and straight at you. I really wanted this to be like a spacey type of feel. So that's what that melody sounds like just by itself. So the third sound is a sound from his Allure kit. This one's called Synth Cult. Basically just sort of like a little lead. Like it sounds like a lead in my opinion, but it's not really a lead. There's a lot of different sounds. You just have to pick, make sure your sound selection is spot on, especially with Ken Carson. You don't really want too many sounds clashing too highly. They have to have a balance between like clashing and not clashing. It's really complex sometimes, but this is very simple beat. So this is just as a starter. This is what this sounds like just by itself. So I added a bit of halftime on that, as you can see. So halftime is on there, and also I've taken the lows out again of this because we really don't want it to be muddy, and that's what ruins it 90% of beats is just very muddy melodies, and you don't want that. So this is what it sounds like without the effects. It's going to sound a bit weird, but I'll play it anyway. And I apologize for your ears because that was terrible. For the fourth and final sound, we've got something from an Influence kit. So it's called Influence by Your Baby Mind. And this is the lead high class lead. Okay. Anyway, and it's very basic also, but as you can see, I've also added that same effectrix on there. Just a little bit more trippiness to add to what is already there. Just a bit more of a high end, so you can see the C sharp is still there, D is still there, and we've just gone up an octave, which sort of challenges that and comes back down and sort of resolves it. So you want it to flow well. I'm about to sneeze, so I'll just play the melody. didn't want to hear my sneeze. So that's what that sounds like with the effects. Sorry, without the effects. And this is what it sounds like with the effects. And like I said as well, this stuff you just don't really need to overcomplicate. With these beats, it's more about the 808s, the hi-hats, and how hard it actually hits, as opposed to adding 17 sounds, which is not a common thing anymore, and you don't hear it in modern music. So that's what the full melody is. I'll play the full melody now for you guys. Sorry guys, one thing I did forget, the reverse bell. So this is the last part of the melody. It kind of is a drum, in my opinion. It's sort of just like a bit of ambience, but so I've pretty much reversed this bell here. I don't know which bell it's from. I can't find the kit, but I'll play it for you as is, and I'll play it for you reversed. But yeah, it's just a reverse bell that goes all the way to the end pretty much. And I've gone down one semitone just because, yeah, I don't know. You just have to play it by ear. And like I said, this is all about ear sometimes. So this is what this sounds like just by itself without being reversed. So that's it without it being reversed. This is what it sounds like being reversed, which is, yeah, it's fire in my opinion. Yeah, so that's what that sounds like just by itself. Alright, so now we're up to the final part of the melody. As I said, 4 serum presets and the bell, and this is what it all sounds like just by itself. I'm just trying to teach people that want to know how to make King Carson beats, how you can make a simplistic, fire, banger, and that's it. That's it for the melody, guys. We'll go on to the drums now. First, we'll start with the 808. Nothing too crazy. I've got this from, I believe, don't quote me, because I don't remember where I got all this stuff from. It looks right. Yeah, okay, great. So, yeah, so Prod Rosic, his Geek MIDI drum kit. I've just got this here, and it's very, very simple. Follows, as I said, follows the root notes as you got to with 808s. Please don't do none of that other shit because it's not good. So, this is what the 808 sounds like just by itself. And I just wanted to add that bit on the end because you need a bit of versatility. Like some of these you can, to be honest, I didn't really need it, but I just really liked the sound of it when I was making it with those serum kits. So that's what the 808 sounds like just by itself. Next is the clap, same kit, basic 2-step. I'll play a couple of notes, but you know how to do it. That's it for the clap, and we'll go on to the next drum. But next we have the hi-hat. It's just same kit, hi-hat from that kit, number 8. And very basic pattern with just sort of a little bit of a roll at the end. So this is what the hi-hats sound like just by themselves. Very, very basic, nothing too crazy going on. You can obviously go ham with some of these beats, but for this I've kept it all very simplistic, so it's very easy to understand for beginners or people that just want to make King Carson beats in general. So that's what the hi-hat sounds like just by itself. Same again, use a snare from the same kit, basic snare, and then also just a bit of a roll at the end. So this is what the snare, the first snare, sounds like just by itself. So just a bit of variance, but that's what the first snare sounds like. When I said first snare, that was the only snare. I thought this was also a snare, but it's the same kit, but it's called 04, so it's kind of confusing me. This is just the open hat that I've put on here as well, just to add a little bit of spice. So this is what the open hat sounds like just by itself. And I believe I've shortened this. No, I have not. I haven't touched it. So that was just as is. So that's what the open hat sounds like. That's it for the drums. I'll play them all together so you can get an understanding for the sort of bounce that I've gone for here. But this is what all the drums sound like just by themselves. I won't explain arrangement on this video just simply because these beats don't really have an arrangement. Like majority of the beats that he has, he sort of raps over them and they're just a constant loop. It doesn't really change, but I have put a little bit of variance in here just to show you a difference. But I've got everything here. I'm going to put it into the song and then I'm going to play everything over. Really hope you enjoy this video. Thank you guys for sticking around. I appreciate all the subscribers that have stuck with me. And we're going to get King Carson to comment on this one as well. It's similar to Fredo Bang. If you haven't seen that one, go check it out. He commented on it saying it's fire. He didn't take the beat, which makes me mad, but that's okay. We'll keep going. We'll keep grinding. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll play the beat again, and I'm out.